And subjectively, these look like not my cup of tea. And I've said this in another video before, but you know, I'm not above rehashing old shit. Hi, welcome. So today's video is very exciting because we are going to be roasting IZONE's outfits for Fiesta. So I'm going to be really honest, right off the bat, I was not the biggest fan of this era's styling. So we're going to keep roasting in the title. But nevertheless, here's your little disclaimer. I am going to be critiquing outfits and not people, so keep your fatphobic train of thoughts to yourselves, otherwise they're going to go in my rapidly growing spam folder. So let's get started. Actually, I'm going to stop you right there to remind you to subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. But also, I have channel memberships available, so if you would like to join, have a cool Kevin emoji next to your name, get some exclusive behind the scenes stuff, then feel free to join. So the first outfits we're going to critique are these M Countdown pink and black outfits, and I'm about to say something really controversial. And I've said this in another video before, but you know, I'm not above rehashing old shit. Get ready, my friends. I am not a big fan of the colors black and pink together. Don't let Stan Twitter get a hold of this information. But yeah, generally the colors black and pink together are not really my cup of tea, and they tend to look like a little bit tacky. And on top of the tackiness, these outfits do give me kind of these early 2000s vibes, just the way some of the, you know, materials ruched together. We also see some tube top-esque dresses. All of it together gives me an old-timey feeling, which generally I love a good early 2000s throwback, don't get me wrong. But this is more like prom dressy, but not really prom dressy. Maybe just like a little bit fancier, like definitely clothing I would have never worn. Okay, so I'm going to very rudely steal this segment from Kpop Shake because collectively in the Kpop YouTube community, we just love plagiarizing her. And in her outfit ranking videos, she does this thing where she shows her favorite versus least favorite outfits from that stage. So my favorite is Taeyeon's outfit because it features a shape and fit that I typically like to see, which I'll definitely elaborate more on in a later stage. And a close second is definitely Yuri because the shape of the dress is just really nice as well. And also, you know, the black to pink ratio isn't so obnoxious. But my least favorite outfit, however, has to be Wonyoung's outfit because it just seems a little bit random. I don't think it's necessarily ugly. I just feel it doesn't really fit the theme, if that makes sense. I mean, of course, it's black and pink, but somehow, I don't know, like the color of it seems a little weird. The placement of the black material just seems a little bit odd to me, so that's why it's my least favorite. So I guess on the same note, these outfits from Music Bank are quite similar in that theme, except instead of black and pink, we are seeing black and blue. And not only is the blue silk, there was nothing after that sentence. The blue is silk, that's all I wanted to say. These again give me these early 2000s vibes, just with, you know, the shape of some of them, the way they flow, and just the overall colors put together. I feel like, I don't know, I can't really think of an exact reference of why I feel they're early 2000s, but I feel it in my soul. And I have to say, I actually prefer these outfits over the black and pink ones, and not only because of the colors themselves, but because of the material as well. I love silk. I love the way that these outfits in particular flow while they're dancing and the way it shines in the light, and overall I just like them a lot better. But as for favorite versus least favorite, I mean, they're all very, very similar. They have some differences here and there, but there's not really one that I would pick as a favorite or one as least favorite in this situation. Moving back to another M Countdown performance, we have plaid. Enough said. Next, I'm kidding. So we all know by now that I'm not the biggest fan of plaid, but at least they didn't do denim. But I mean, this is definitely not the worst case of plaid that I've ever seen. Historically, when plaid has been mixed with leather elements, I have tended to go a little bit easier on it. I have tended to kind of appreciate the plaid more. as seen in G-Friend's Crossroad performance and as well as one of Itzy's Wannabe performances, which is coming, by the way. I just need to make sure that they're finished promoting because last time I roasted their outfits, I missed quite a few because I did it prematurely, and I have like a list of 3 people who are holding me to actually continue roasting those icy outfits when I roast Wannabe's outfits. So like my hands are full. So don't worry, it's coming. They just need to finish promotions. I think they might be done at the end of the month. But that's also because they might not have released their April schedule yet. So they could be going on into April with the music show promotions. I don't know. But anyways, though there are like maybe a few leather elements, I don't think it's enough to really make me love these outfits or appreciate these outfits or feel that they're innovative in any significant way. So like I like appreciate the direction it's going in, but they're still not my favorites. So my favorite outfit is Hitomi's because it has the least amount of plaid, but the most amount of edge. And my least favorite has to be Chaewon's outfit because, I don't know. Honestly, I just don't really like the straps. That sounds very arbitrary, but the straps just throw it all off for me. By the way, I'd never really read how to pronounce the fandom name, but is it Wise Ones? Because that's kind of cute. My voice is probably gonna crack a little bit because I'm still kind of a little bit sick. It's okay. So now we have these music core outfits, which are these really cute pastel suits. And this is kind of like one of the first times that I'm liking their Fiesta outfits. I like that each suit has its own vibe and they're kind of all slightly different, but nevertheless remain cohesive together. And a lot of these outfits feature some of my favorite fits. So looser clothing. We stand comfort. And I suppose on other people, I really like loose blazers and loose pants paired with sometimes like tighter elements, like a tighter shirt. So we do see some of those elements within these stages, and it's very reminiscent of like Boy With Love or Lana's Take the Wheel or some of G-Friend's Fever outfits, which honestly, G-Friend's Fever outfits were one of my favorite styling of 2019. And not that it was anything super extravagant, super extra, but just in terms of like the type of clothing they were wearing was really more in line with what I personally might wear if I ever strayed away from black. Realistically, of course, because if I had anywhere to go and like was probably more obnoxious style-wise, I would totally wear Zimzalabib outfits. I'm finding it a little bit hard to pick like a favorite and least favorite outfit for the stage because there's really no outfits that are actually terrible in any way. They're all actually really nice, and it's probably one of my favorite stages, if not, no, it's actually my favorite stage. But if I did have to pick a favorite, I think it would be Chaewon's outfit because I really love how shapeless her blazer is mixed with the tightness of the skirt, and I also feel like it adds a little bit of variety within the stage. Okay, so now we're moving on to another M Countdown performance, and these outfits were featured in the music video. But here's the thing, I said they were pirate inspired. I don't know. I've never met a fucking pirate. What do I know? My point is, a lot of people were telling me that it's not actually pirate inspired. It's this inspired. It's that inspired, which to me means it's probably very subjective. And subjectively, these look like not my cup of tea. I'm back. I lost all my nose makeup on a Kleenex and Kevin threw up on the couch. We're just thriving up in here. Plaid, white button-up shirts. IZONE frankly deserves a lot better than this. I don't know. Not to be mean, like they're actually like not the worst outfits ever. They're just not my cup of tea personally. But also I'm starting to realize that Fiesta doesn't really have a look. And after hearing the song and just, historically, in my opinion, I feel like I've said this before. I said this in my review for IZONE's Fiesta, my honest thoughts on their song. I said that previously their songs in my head tend to be associated with a certain color, with a certain theme. But for Fiesta, I would have assumed like oranges and yellows. But really, they just forwent that. Is that a word? They just completely neglected that within these stages. Just a thought to ponder. Okay, so these next outfits that were featured on the show were also featured in the music video. And I remember saying that the outfits were okay, though they kind of were a little bit reminiscent of Vampire. And now I'm realizing they are a little bit reminiscent of Dreamcatcher's Déjà Vu. Déjà Vu? Déjà Vu? Déjà Vu? So these outfits are okay, but in my opinion, they deserve something more extravagant. Fiesta deserved a lot better styling. IZONE deserved a lot better styling, something more iconic, something more recognizable, something more centered around a certain theme, in my opinion. But alas, we're left with these half black, half white, and of course, the white part is like reminiscent of a white button-up shirt. I hate white button-up shirts. I don't know why. And in that sense, with this black and white, you have this more formal-looking white button-up-esque part of the dress, and then a more goth-looking part of the dress. But they don't really mesh together all that well, in my opinion. And then you're left wondering, well, like, is it supposed to look goth? Because I'm not really getting those vibes. Is it supposed to look more formal? Because I'm not really getting those vibes either. So at least with Vampire and at least with Deja Vu by Dreamcatcher, you know, you had a theme. You know, you had like a feeling that the outfits were trying to evoke, whereas I just feel some confusion. And maybe it's because I'm sick, but alas. So then we have an Inkigayo performance which features white suits and a music course stage that features black and white pinstripe suits. Now, I'm not opposed to suits, they're just not my favorite, unlike Kpop Shake. Though I'm sure as soon as this video goes out, she's gonna say that she never said that. If you don't love second gen at its worst styling, then you don't deserve I love you. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying you thought that his hair was ugly, okay? So though I do like the suits, I much prefer the pastel suits because there was a lot more variety within them. And the fit of them was more in line with what I personally like to see. These suits are a little bit more fitted. But if I had to pick between the two stages, I think I would go for the white ones because I tend to be a sucker for completely white outfits. Also, again, they feature more of that fit that I tend to like, the looser fit. And the black ones just seem a little bit more on the boring side to me. We're down to the last set of outfits, which are also featured in the music video. And I remember saying that they gave me these 70s vibes. But I don't remember if I said I liked them because I don't. If I did, I don't anymore. These are featured on all the show, all the K-pop, blank. So honestly, I feel like there's a lot of color blocking going on and a lot of different colors being featured. So I love, you know, the ode to the 70s. There's definitely some outfits in there that scream 70s inspired. It doesn't really quite go there. Like, it's not anywhere near Tiara's Roly Poly, but it definitely has those vibes. However, with just so much different color blocking, it feels like kind of a mess. I mean, if you look at Tiara's Roly Poly stages, there's a lot of colors, but it has that 70s theme and it's kind of fun. Or even Red Velvet's Oompa Oompa stages. There's a lot of colors, but, you know, there's definitely a lot of textures as well. There's a lot of fun things going on where this color blocking, all the same material type thing just seems a little boring to me, aside from the colors kind of making it look like a mess as well. So though I appreciate the direction it's going in, I feel like it just doesn't quite get there. As for my favorite outfit, it's definitely Taewon's outfit. I feel like people are going to accuse me of only knowing like 3 members, but honestly, I'm still learning their names. And I'm pretty much relying on the Korean subtitles to find out who is who, which the stage did not have, but do not worry, I have my ways. And so this is where we're going to end this video. Don't forget to leave down in the comments below what your favorite stage outfits were. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share this video with friends you don't have. And you can also join my channel membership. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. And no, I'm not unblocking Markley Spears from Twitter.